Welcome back. Welcome back. It is nice to be back. Um, I know a lot of people are nervous because they feel like TikTok is not the same. Everyone's nervous because they feel like TikTok is not the same. But I will reassure you, it is the same. All right. Keep in mind, I made a video letting you know that TikTok will not be banned, no matter what the Supreme Court says. So have faith. All right. Have faith and listen. Pay attention. Stop freaking out. TikTok will not be banned. All right. You don't have anything to be worried about. It just won't be the same. There's going to be a lot of more strict rules, but that was the agreement that the CEO of TikTok had with Donald Trump. All right, in order to keep TikTok in the United States, he had to agree that it would be a little bit more stricter. Okay, so he did what he had to do to save it. He made it a little bit more stricter, obviously. Hello, Salima. And it had to be done. He was put in a place where he was backed up into a wall because he want to stick out for everyone's rights. And it is hard. It is hard going against governments. So, TikTok has not been sold. There's just been changes. Okay. But don't be afraid. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're fine. Focus on what it is that you were doing before. And don't worry. Don't worry. Just keep going. All right. Just keep your eyes open because things might change. Hi, love. Welcome back. It's nice to be back. It is nice to be back. Yeah, so I took time off and let this drama, cool down and just went. Thank you for the roses. Just went on my own adventure playing games with my son and bonding. Because we need to do that. Sometimes we just need to take some time off social media and connect with your family, Thank you, love, for the puff hearts. Just connect with your family and your loved ones because it's needed, and do things together. Me and my son, were doing a puzzle together. I started it and then he got motivated. He joined me. And now my wife wants to do one. So, these are things that we miss doing. And we don't realize we miss them until we see somebody doing it, So I took the initiative and went into my son's room and I dragged out a crossword, not a crossword puzzle, but one of those puzzles you put together in, pieces, puzzle pieces. This is a 400-piece puzzle. And I did it. I finished it by myself. I've I've never been able to finish a puzzle in my life. I always started it, but never, never got to finish a puzzle by myself. Uh, but this time I did it. But I didn't start alone because, well, I did. And then my son joined me. Then he got tired and we were halfway through. And I told him, okay, I'm going to drop you off at school. And by the time you come back from school, this puzzle is going to be completed. And I did. It took me 3 hours, but we did it. We need that. Once in a while, we need to take time off from social media and, and do things you used to do that was fun for you and the family and your loved ones. So it's needed. It's needed. This social media has taken our attention from the things we love, and we need to go back to those things that we love doing. I feel so sad that I see a lot of people, having a hard time because TikTok was going to be banned. And they could have used that time to go back and start doing things that you love doing, that you enjoy doing. It's important. It's important. Always keep that in mind. There's other things that you used to do that you enjoyed doing that you haven't done in a while, and it is time to get back to those things and find yourselves, find your happiness in those things that you love to do that you don't do anymore. Always it's so funny, but yeah, you have to be a child once in a while. It doesn't have there's no age to being being a child. Even the Bible says you have to be reborn again. So have a child's mind. You ever notice that as we get older, our minds, they go back to being a child. When we reach that age of 80, 70, 80, we start thinking like a child again and behaving like child. And sometimes, those older people need help changing their clothes and doing things. So, we automatically go back to being a child at a certain age in life. Okay? So always keep that in mind. But the reason why the Bible says we have to be reborn again is because we have to go back to where we were humble and we had no we have no evil in our heads. Like we don't judge, right? We don't do those things that grown-ups do. We don't lie, we don't judge, we don't steal, we don't do those bad things when we're kids, right? And that's how the Bible wants you to go back and be reborn again. Stop thinking bad things about others. Stop looking at things with a different mindset, negatively. And that's what it means by it, And this actually works. Doing that actually helps you grow spiritually and develop your spiritual gifts. When you just focus on you, and your growth, and the goals you want to accomplish, that's how you grow, and you develop your gifts by focusing on how you live, how you want to live, and taking things out of your life that don't serve you anymore, things that you don't need but you have, people you don't need but they're there. You know, when you start eliminating negativity out of your life, you start to live a happy life. You know, it's hard to let go. Ruben, hello, good evening. It's hard to let go of things that we're used to having, you know, even though we don't need them. It is. It's hard to change. PP, thank you for the follow. It's hard to change because you're so used to living a certain way that you can't see yourself living any other way. But this is part of growing spiritually and living a better life. You have to be able to let go things you don't need anymore. You have to be able to find happiness with the things you already have, because materialistic things do not make you happy. They don't. Right? They might make you feel good when you have them, but then, you know, they just sit on a shelf collecting dust, and then you want to find something else that will make you happy again. And you know, materialistic things don't make you happy, right? The happiness you're looking for, you already have. You just haven't noticed that you have what you need. Make good of what you already have. You know, learn to live with what you have. You ever notice that people in other countries that don't have the things we have, they're happy with the way they live, you know, with the things they already have. They use their imagination and build things with what they have. That's how you become happy in your life, by making the best of what you have already, and not envying anyone, because you weren't meant to have certain things that you can't have. You know, when things become hard for you to reach, it's because they're not meant for you. Right? You have to learn to tell yourself, you know what? I don't need it. I can live without it. You know, and just find something simpler. The simple things are the best. I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple guy. I don't ask for much. I make do with what I have. You know, I only buy things when I know I need them, and I know I'm gonna be constantly using it. You know, that's when I buy something. But I don't just waste my money like that. Buying things that I know I'm only gonna use once, and not. Morena from New Zealand. How's the weather up there? It's pretty chilly over here. We just had a couple of inches of snow, maybe more. And that it's been cold. It has been cold up here. Posh Tarot, what makes you excited to do and do that? Yeah, whatever makes you excited to do. Hello, Amelia White. How are you? Welcome. Welcome, everyone. It feels so good to be able to go live again. On the days that I didn't go live because I couldn't, I found something else to do, you know? There's always something else. something like drawing, playing music, um, playing games, doing things with the family and your kids. There's always something, you know. Life is not just about work. I want you to know that, all right? Because a lot of people think that you need to work a lot to live happy, but you're not living happy. You're living a miserable life because you're dedicating your whole life to work, and you're missing out on family fun and things that you could be doing out of work. So keep that in mind. Work is not everything. Just work enough to pay what you owe, and you don't need more than that. All right? As long as you have a roof under your head and food on the table and clothes to wear, you're good, right? You're good. You don't need more than what you think. But yeah, hope everyone has had a good week. I haven't been on for a week, but I've kept all of yous in mind, all of yous, and thinking that this app will go away breaks my heart. That I won't be in touch with all of yous unless you're a subscriber on my YouTube, which I go live there, and on Twitch. I'm always going to be live. When I'm live here, I'm live on YouTube at the same time. So the reason I did it is because on YouTube, no matter how many live, they stay there. You can always go back and watch it. So it is good to hear you. You bring peace and silence always. Thank you. Thank you. I wish every single one of my followers on TikTok subscribe to my YouTube. I wish. Because you will always stay in touch. Always. You're not going to miss my lives because every time I go live on TikTok, I'm live there as well. So even if the TikTok app goes banned and disappears or whatever, I will always be there. So, that's a place that you're always going to see me. So if you don't see me here because this app is not working, you're going to see me there. That's where I was while TikTok was disappeared. I was on there. And those of you that showed up, thank you. Thank you for showing up. And on my Facebook page as well, I was there live. I want to thank everyone that follows and support what I do. You guys are amazing. I feel I'm not going to do cards yet. I'll probably go back on later on and do cards. I just came over to say hi and see how everyone has been doing since this whole thing started to develop. But I wanted to let you know that it's not going to be banned. So don't worry, don't freak out. I knew from the moment that it went to the Supreme Court. I knew even if the Supreme Court ruled to ban it, it wasn't going to be banned. So just watch. There's going to be a few changes. All right, but it's not going to be banned. It's always going to be here. Some things might change. But you can go live and you guys can build your communities and keep going. Thank you for the follow, Janelle. So I'm only going to pull one card from this deck today. I'm going to show you a simple message for today. All right. Simple message. Simple message would be, oh, these are upside down. I just dropped one because I was fixing them. All right. So a simple message would be, all right, now they're straight. Here we go. Believe in the impossible. All right. Believe in the impossible. Nothing in this world is impossible. All right. Especially if you're focused on your goals and everything that you want. All right. Just believe. And let's see. There we go. Let me straighten these out. I'm going to split them in half. Believe in the impossible, right? Because nothing is impossible. When you have faith and confidence, you can accomplish a lot of things. Not only that, but things can happen. All right? Your mind can make things happen. All right? When you believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in God. All right? Believe that things can change in a good way. And they will. All right? Don't be scared. If you have a Bible with you, all right, I want you to look through it. Just look through the Bible, all right? There's a word in every chapter, almost every chapter, that repeats itself. And I'm going to tell you right now which one it is, all right? It's the word, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. McBaby, thank you for the roses. And I don't know. People just live in fear. In fear. People live in fear. Afraid that things might change in a bad way. Afraid of, making choices. Afraid of doing things. Listen, don't be afraid. All right? Have faith and confidence. Faith in yourself and be confident in what you want to do and how you want things to be. Right? And focus on that. You're going to make it come to life if you focus. Right? But never be afraid. Okay? Live with no fear. Things will be all right. Trust me. All you have to do is believe in yourself. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to. All right? Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. You're actually stronger than you think. You just don't know it yet. Hi, Nancy. I'm doing well. Thank you. I believe in myself and I'm not afraid of anything. Anything or anyone. Listen, when you are afraid of someone, they rule over you. You're giving them your power. All right? You're allowing them to be better than you. You're allowing them to do whatever it is they want with your life because you are afraid of them. All right? When you stand up for yourself and be confident, no one can stop you. No one. Those who you supposedly are supposed to fear are the ones going to fear you. All right? Stand up for yourself. and keep moving forward, because this is what you need in your life in order to have a stable and happy life. You have to stand up for yourself and do what you want to do without being afraid of anyone or anything. All right? Have you seen this guy that owns like 5 lions, right? And he walks in there and he plays with them and everything. He shows no fear. That's why the lions don't eat him. And you have to be that way. You have to be that way. Every animal in this world will respect you if you show no fear. All right? There's a reason why these animals are put in this world. They can't harm you. They can only harm you if they smell fear. All right? Thank you for the heart me. Routine. Thank you for the roses. Hi, Nikki. Welcome back. Thank you for the butterflies. Oh, today's goal gift is butterflies, because we need that in our lives, you know. The reason why I put the butterflies in today is because things are changing. Just like caterpillars change into a beautiful butterfly. All right? Things are changing. And they're heading towards the right direction. But we are afraid. We are afraid of what's coming. Don't let people on social media, because I see it a lot, put fear in you. All right? What's happening right now in the world is supposed to happen, but it's going to have a good outcome. All right? Just watch and believe. You can just step back and observe. Stop listening to people online because they don't have the answers. They're just assuming that things are going to be bad. When you think that things are going to be bad, they become bad. They become bad because you attract them. You're calling them. Once you keep them in here, you are calling them to come. Keep them out of here, all right? Keep bad things out of your mind and replace that with positive outcomes, positive things, all right? No matter what you're going through right now, it doesn't matter what you're going through right now. You have to focus on how you want your life to be and make it come to life. Make it come to life. You have total control of your world. Okay? You have total control. Don't let anyone dictate or plant fear into your life. All right? The moment you start believing that bad things can happen, that's when you fail. That's when you're giving away that power that you have by allowing others to get in your head. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be afraid and stand up for yourself. Stand up for your rights. Okay? There are a lot of people, including the government, that they know what you fear. And they use that against you to keep you under their foot. All right? And you're allowing it. You are allowing this to happen. All right? Be strong and keep moving forward. You know what you want in life? Go get it. It's not going to come to you if you don't take the first step. All right? Simple as that. It's just as simple as that. All right? You have the power to control your life, to make it be the way you want it, by not allowing others plant things into your head. All right. So, that's going to be your homework, okay? If you have a Bible, go in there and write down on a piece of paper how many times you see the word do not fear. Do not be afraid. All right? You're going to see it's all throughout the whole Bible. All right? It repeats itself over and over and over again. So why are we living in fear? What if you don't know what the first step looks like? You don't have to know. You go with your gut feeling. That's telling you what you need to do. Your gut feeling tells you the truth. All right? Don't follow your mind. Your mind is going to make you afraid. It's going to make you double think. It's going to put doubt, fear, worry, right, into you. But if you follow your heart and your gut feeling, which is your intuition, your gut feeling is known as your intuition, okay? Go with your gut feeling and follow your heart, and you know exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it. All right? Excuse me, hold on. Still a little sick, but recovery. I'm on recovery. So you will grow once you start living this way without being afraid of anything. You're going to start growing. You're going to start recognizing that there are certain people in your life that you don't need. They don't think like you. They're not like you. You don't fit in anymore. It's just not the same. You're going to feel it. It's not the same. I don't feel like that anymore. And you're going to choose your own path. All right? That's when you start awakening, realizing that the things that you did with others no longer work for you. You feel like you need something different. You want to live a different life. So keep that in mind. I want each and every one of you, even family, all right? E33A, even including family. I distance myself from all my family and I live such a better life. I'm going to tell you why. Because family is your first enemy, all right? They are your first critics, and they are the first ones that don't want to see you succeed. Instead of wanting to see you succeed, they don't. They don't want to put their part in. They don't show support. Instead, they envy what you're going through, and they want you to feel less than they are. So you will realize who belongs in your life and who doesn't. All right? Even if it's family. If you have to get rid of family just like Jesus did, all right? And go your way, the way you think is right, you will make it. All right? It was tough for Jesus to leave his brothers and his mother behind, to follow his path, his journey, right? But he did it, right? And then they realized, wow, we were wrong. He was Jesus. Okay? So keep that in mind. Family, don't even worry about it. Once you're grown, you have your own family, which is your kids and your spouse, your partner. All right? Family is no longer family. They have their family, and their kids have their own family. you this is the circle, the tree of life, everyone, you see every branch of the tree, it's a family expanding. All right, so you're not gonna get stuck in the trunk. You gotta expand out and grow your own leaves. All right, you have to be a branch with your family. Every person is a branch and has their own family on the tree. Okay? That's how life is. Sometimes you have to, get away from your brothers and sisters and cousins and aunts and uncles, because they're just going to slow you down. All right? You are your own branch. You and your partner have your own branch, and you're going to produce other branches, which are your kids. And together you will grow leaves. All right? Yes, your kids. That's your family. All right? Those are the ones you should be worrying about. Your kids. Not your mother, not your father, not your uncle or brothers and sisters or cousins. Those, they have their own branches. All right? Trust me. That's the way of life. And even branches lose their leaves on every season, right? Those are the hard times we have to go through as a family. Losing our leaves, but they come back and flourish, right? So you have to get through your hard times together so that you can grow your leaves. Okay? Those hard times you are going through are the ones that are making you worry and lose your leaves. But your branches can flourish if you water them. All right? So keep that in mind. It's a tree of life. It's called a tree of life for a reason. Everyone is their own branch. All right? You and your partner are one with your kids. Your kids are the other branches. All right? Okay? Your husband died. Now you take over the branch and make it flourish. All right? Your adult children will have their own branch. All right? Once they are adults, you did your job raising them. Okay? Now you got to let them be and let them grow their own branches. All right? And you stay in your branch. Happily live the rest of your life how you want to. You already did your job of raising them. If they no longer live with you, you did a great job raising them. Because kids that are grown and still live with their parents, they haven't grown. You haven't done your job raising them. Because they need to learn to be on their own. That's how you know that you raise your kids right. When they live on their own. They move out and they live on their own. You did a great job. Whether after they walk out of your house and move into their own place, you have nothing to do with what they're doing. All right? They can live their life how they want, and you can't say anything because they're grown. All right? They're making their own choices, just like you did. All right? Now you worry about you. You no longer have to worry about them. Now you worry about you, because their choices are going to teach them their lessons, just like your choices taught you your lessons, right? So you got to allow them to go to choose, to have choices, so that they can learn from their choices, just like you learn from yours, right? So don't feel bad if if your kids are going through something bad. Hey, this is part of living. This is the lesson for their choices. All right. I'm sure they won't do it again if they when they learn from it. All right. And so on. Right. So sometimes people have to go through bad things in order to change. Trust me, it changes you. It changes you. You're gonna tell me that half of those prisoners in prison haven't learned their lesson? Yeah, they have. Some of them are stubborn, but most of them learned their lesson. Like, I don't want to be stuck here again for 10 years. No, hell no. I'm going to change my life around. Thank you for the rose. So we have to go through things in life in order to learn from them. Right? It's not always a bad thing. It's not. We tend to get mad at things that happen to us, negative things. And if we look at these things as lessons, we'll grow. We will grow. But we can't focus on, oh my God, why did this have to happen to me? Okay, why did it happen to you? You had a choice. You made choices. Now face the consequences and learn from them, all right? And move on. That's why we have to sit down first before we make choices and analyze what can come out of this choice. What can come out of this choice? Will I go through bad things? And what bad things will I go through? Can I handle those bad things if I go through them? So you have total control of your life. Okay? And no one can tell you how to live it, how to raise your kids. You can't. You can't tell someone how to raise their kids because you don't know what they've been through to be in the place where they are. Just like you. No one can tell you how to live your life because they've never been in your shoes. Everyone has a different experience of life and they have to sacrifice something in order to live. Okay? You don't know. That's why sometimes I get mad at teachers that want to correct parents because their kids are acting in such a way. But listen, you don't know what's going on, what's going on in our lives that the child is acting a certain way. All right? Don't judge. Instead, be helpful and try to help the child. But stop being judgy. All right? They can't live on their own. You know what you have to do, Mashua? You got to push them. Push responsibility upon them so that they can learn to live on their own. All right? This is our job as a parent, to push our kids to learn responsibilities so that they can be ready for the real world. Like, teach them young how to cook, how to be responsible, how to clean their room, how to work for what they want. Okay? Don't just give them what they want. Make them work for what they want so that when they grow up, they know they have to work for what they want. And they can cook for themselves because they know that no one else is going to cook for them. All right? Have you seen birds? How do birds learn how to fly? Well, the parents push them off the nest. All right, you're flying today. You're going to learn today. That's how we as parents have to raise our kids. Push them to be able to learn how to be responsible with themselves. Put some put some responsibility on them. You know, listen. You want this? Clean your room. All right. Teach them how to cook. When you're cooking, come here so you can learn. I do that with my son. He knows how to make his own eggs and stuff like that. I don't let him yet because he's only 9, but he knows. And he does dishes. He cleans his room. And every time he asks me for something, I go, okay, you got to learn how to, when you get up, make your bed and organize. Put your dirty clothes where they go. Organize your room. All right. When you start doing that on your own without me telling you, then I'll listen to what you want me to buy you. Okay. And when he starts misbehaving, I take away those things. I go, you know what? I'm putting them away. You're not using them until you start behaving again. All right. That's how they learn to be on their own. You got to push them. You have to push them. And don't feel bad. When they go through hard times, it's good because how did you learn? How did you learn to be a parent? How did you learn to live on your own? You had to go through a lot of things, right? You learn on your own. So you have to let your kids go through hard times so that they can learn. All right? They want to be on their own? Go ahead. Hey, good luck. It's not as easy as it looks. They don't know that. But you got to let them experience it. All right? And they'll come back someday. Wow, you were right, Mom. You were right. It wasn't easy. Right now, my 9-year-old says that to me. Why do I have to work hard, so hard to get this? Because in real world, you're on your own. And if you don't work hard, no one else is going to give it to you. All right? I'm just teaching you how things are going to be when you grow up. So if you learn now, you have no problem doing it when you're grown. All right? And he's like, really? My wife took him to church yesterday. I'm gonna tell you the funniest story, right? She took him to. She's a Catholic. I don't believe in religion, but I support, what she is. I don't have anything against religion. I'm spiritual. Okay, and my wife agrees, and she respects that, and she knows that how I am. How all my gifts come and everything. She respects everything. Sometimes she's asking me for free readings, let's say. She's asking me questions about, her job. Is she doing good? Is she going to be there for a long time? I go, listen, as long as you believe in yourself, you have nothing to worry about. All right? Believe in what you do. Especially you enjoy doing what you do, so you don't have nothing to worry about. It is noticeable. So she took him to church yesterday. And I don't know if any of you have been to a Catholic church where they give you that little cookie. I forgot what it's called. And they put it on your tongue. They call it the body of Christ, right? So my son, after church, he asks my wife, in the car, so how tall is God? How tall was Jesus? And she's like, he was normal size. Why? He goes, because, how could everybody eat his body and he's still alive? Like, he has enough body for everyone. That's the body of Christ. Right? That's how they said this is the body of Christ, and the wine is his blood, right? so how come everyone he has enough to feed everyone and still oh God, it's kids, they don't know. But It's just that's how you know, like kids' mentality. We have to be like them, you know. We have to think innocently about everyone. See, see everyone with a in give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You know, we can't be judgmental, and we have to just trust what they say. um, if they're lying, the lies always comes out to the light, so you will know about it. So you have nothing to worry about. I don't judge anyone, and even in the workplace, when I was at work, I get along even with the people that people talked about. No, man, don't do that. You know, these are human beings. Don't judge them. Don't talk about them. You know, you don't know what they've been through. You don't. I'm friends with everyone. I don't have any enemies, and I don't want any. Okay? I don't need enemies in my life. I'll help everyone, no matter what color you are, what gender, what religion, what race. I don't care. If you need help, I'll help you. All right? If you don't have friends, I'll be your friend. Okay? We shouldn't judge. We should look ourselves in the mirror and say, you know, there's someone out there that's looking at you the way you look at them. Okay? But you shouldn't let it bother you. You should love them for who they are. You know, those people that judge others and treat others with no respect, they haven't grown. They're still in that learning stage. You know more. You're wise. You don't have to bring yourself down to their level to make a point. All right? Just don't. Hey, Judy. Thank you, Judy. It's nice seeing you. Welcome back. Welcome back to the live. I don't know if you have been live after we recovered our TikTok app. But it feels good to be live again and connect with everyone. So today's message is nothing's impossible. Nothing. Right? Focus on your life and how you want your life to be, and you will make it be that way. Right? Get rid of the things that slow you down, including people who are negative around you. You don't want that type of energy around you. Right? Just stop talking to them and keep focusing on you and your immediate family, your kids and your partner. Right? Because your mother, your father, your brothers, your cousins, your uncles, they're no longer your family after they're grown. Everyone is their own family after they're grown. Okay, like I said, you and your kids and your spouse are a branch from the tree. You have your own branches, which are your kids. Okay? Those are the ones you have to worry about. All right? Your brothers and sisters have their own branches, and they have to worry about their leaves flourishing and their flowers, right? So it doesn't matter what your family have to say about you. It doesn't matter. Okay? This is your life. Everyone has their own life to worry about. So just keep living the way you feel is right, because no one was taught. No one was born with an instruction book on how to live life, right? We learn as we go and as we grow. And so will your kids. So will your kids. But it's up to you to put down the rules while they're kids. You know, teach them how to be independent. All right? As a parent, that's our job, to teach our kids to be independent. All right? And once they're grown, you have nothing to worry about. Whatever they go through is they're facing it because of the choices they have made, just like you faced the choices you've made in your life. All right? So let them face their choices, and just keep living. All right? Once your kids are grown, your job is done. Now you need to focus on you, on how you want to be happy, what you want for the rest of your life, how you want to live it. You don't need to worry anymore. Just do what you want. You're getting tired of spiritual attacks. You're allowing them in your life. You know that? When you get spiritual attacks, it's because you're allowing those things to be in your life. All right? Stop believing in spiritual attacks and they will stop. You know, spiritual beings, negative entities, they feed off your fear. And this is why this happens in your life, because you fear it. When you stop fearing these things, all right, this is why I said to everyone, if you have a Bible, open it up and take a piece of paper and write down how many times in the Bible you see the word, do not be afraid. Okay, you'll be surprised. So stop showing fear of these things. When you believe that you are being spiritually attacked, it becomes true. When you don't believe in it, it won't even touch you. Okay? Keep that in mind. Right? Stop allowing it by fearing it. Stop allowing it by fearing it, because it will become. I want you to keep that in mind. Hold on a second. My son's here. He wants to ask me a question. Yeah, my son has a little friend that he plays online with. And I think he has a crush on her. I'm not going to say anything. What? He says he doesn't, but, they're always chit-chatting and looking for each other. Muncia, welcome, and thank you for the roses. Uni345, thank you for the rose. You guys are amazing. So, keep this. This live is going to be on YouTube forever, right? So you should go back after this live is over and make notes, all right? Take notes of everything I'm saying and put it in your life to work for you. And you'll see how your life is going to change, all right? Take notes. If you don't follow me on YouTube, you should subscribe now so that you can go back to these lives and take notes, because there's little messages here and there in these lives for people who are watching. So keep that in mind. All right. So when I speak on my lives, I don't speak on my behalf. All right. I speak what I'm receiving. Okay. So you can go back to these lives on YouTube, rewind. You can pause, listen, take notes. All right. Because there are messages in these lives for people who are watching. Right? You have to learn to live. Learn to live a positive life. Stop allowing others to dictate how you should be living. You shouldn't. All right? Your life is going to be how you allow it to be. All right? If you want to live a happy life, then eliminate those things that don't make you happy. Get rid of those things that you don't need and people, and start bringing in things that make you smile, that put a smile in your face and make you feel good. All right? That's how you have total control of your life. No one can obligate you to do something you don't want. You can say no. Even if it hurts, you can say no. I don't want to do it. I don't feel right doing that. No one can obligate you to live a way or to do things that you don't want to do. You have a choice. All right? You have free will. You have a choice. And the choices you make today is going to affect you tomorrow. So be careful when you're making choices, right? Because there are consequences to every choice we make. There's always consequences. They might be big, they might be small, but there's always consequences to every choice we make. All right? Anything that temporarily makes me happy is going to go. I've been thinking about it. If you tell yourself, this is temporary, it's going to be. If you tell yourself, this is permanent, I want it to be permanent, it becomes permanent. All right? Listen, I don't know if any of you are religious, okay? But in the beginning, there was the Word, right? In the beginning, there was the Word. And the Word, anything the Word said became, right? You have the Word in your mouth. You can make things happen when you speak, all right? The Word still exists. And people are using it daily. Some use it wrong, some use it right. Okay? If you haven't noticed, God lives within you. God lives within each and every one of you. It is up to you. Hi, Geet Anderson. It is up to you to recognize that. All right? And He works through each and every one of you. Right? What you say becomes. What you fear becomes. What you worry becomes. Okay? When you begin to realize that you're not just a human, you have God inside you, and He works through you, but only when you choose to do good. choose to do good, when you choose happiness and love over hate, all right? So you control your life. You control your life. You can do anything you put your mind to because God works through you. And He wants you and everyone to have a happy life. But because we are always here, right? We're always in here, doubting ourselves, looking at things in a negative way and thinking, what if things don't go like I want them? What if, always worrying. We live in fear. And even the Bible tells you not to fear, to live with faith and confidence. That's why these things happen to you, because you fear them. But when you stand up for yourself and face those things that you fear, you become successful. You become successful. Think about it. All right? What you're going through right now with the spiritual attacks is because you're allowing it. You're believing it and you're fearing it. And you worry about it and you're bringing it to life. Stop bringing it to life. You're giving it life. All right? Live like if it doesn't exist and you'll see it'll go away. It won't catch up to you, because then when you live not worrying if it's there or not, you are raising your vibrations. Boop. And those entities cannot reach you because they are low vibrating entities. All right? They only bother those who are in low vibrational. Okay? They don't go that high. They stay low. And they feed off those who are in low vibrations all the time. Okay? Learn to always keep your vibrations high. All right? And you'll see that nothing can hurt you. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can affect you. All right? So these entities that we fear, when we fear them, we're automatically in a low vibrational state. All right? So we must pretend that they don't even exist. All right? And you'll see how things is going to change in your life. They'll just stop bothering you. Like, wow. Yes, hug a tree. Sing. Listen to music that makes you happy. Do anything that makes you happy. And that's one way to bring your vibrations high. And don't live in fear. Go, take risks. And be confident in yourself. And you'll see that nothing's going to affect you. Nothing. All right? Follow my steps, mother. Follow what I'm telling you. And you'll be fine. You will be fine. Do things that you enjoy. And that will bring your vibration high. And focus on the things that you want. The things that make you happy. All right? You automatically will bring your vibrations high when you start thinking about things that make you happy. All right? And doing things that you like doing. Let this be a lesson. Go back to this live and take notes. Take notes. All right? Because you can control your life and how your happiness could be. All right? You don't need a partner to be happy. That's bull. People who think that, oh, I don't have a partner, I can't be happy. You don't need a partner to be happy. Happiness is within yourself, inside you, and you create that happiness. All right, by doing things that you enjoy and reaching goals that you want to reach in your life, doing things you want to do. That's how you create your own happiness. You don't need a partner, never. All right. I mean, it helps if you have someone who's going to be supportive and make you smile, but you don't need them. It's not a need. All right. You can be happy by yourself. Being single is a lot better because you have so much freedom, right? And there you realize how happy you are or you can be without someone, by having freedom to do whatever you want. But it's good to have someone who appreciates you, motivates you, is supportive, and put a smile on your face as well. Okay? So I hope you guys learned something today, because I see this all the time, and it just breaks my heart to see people going through this. I'm gonna cut it short, but I'll be back later on tonight. We'll be doing cards, okay, and messages and things like that. I want to thank everyone for showing up. I wasn't expecting this many viewers. Wow, 635. That's amazing. For the first time back, you guys are amazing. If you haven't followed me, please. Thank you for the follow. Wow, that was quick. But subscribe to my YouTube channel, because all these lives are gonna live there, and you can always go back, rewind it, and listen to them when you need them. Okay, when you need that motivation to keep going and to change your life. And hello, hi Jennifer. So thank you guys for following. Thank you for participating. You guys are amazing. Wow, we already have 6 butterflies. That brings butterflies to my stomach. Thank you so much. And remember, we're like butterflies, They start as a caterpillar and they change into something beautiful. And that's what we are. When as we grow, we learn, and we turn into something beautiful. We turn our lives into something beautiful. You have total control of your life. Live it how you want to live it, and don't limit yourself. Never limit yourself. All right? Mona, thank you for the follow. You're welcome. Judy, thank you for the butterflies. Nikki, thank you for the 11 roses. You guys are amazing. I'm going to be back later on and do more lives, more cards, and more messages. So tune in. If you don't want to miss it, please follow. And I'll see you later, okay?